Oh, kitty cats. Yeah, you don't want to do that. And that's something. Hello.
Hey, can I help you?
Yeah, I had a question. Did you hear something this morning?
I work, so I didn't hear anything.
I'd love
if it was
that.
after 8 o'clock.
Then before, about 4.
I heard the storm. I saw lightning.
Somebody, I mean, I'm not complaining. I never had nothing brought up about, but somebody called the cops for weird noises from my house at like 4 in the morning.
Which house do you live in?
The one with the dogs. The one Ian's called on for music a couple times. It was either me or him. You know, there's the one with the light on. I'm the one below that. I know.
You're the yellow house.
Yeah, the one Ian's called on like about a week or so ago.
I didn't hear anything at 4 this morning, no.
Yeah.
I mean, I was awake, but I was awake to use the bathroom.
Yeah, no, they came to my house. The cops came to my house and said that somebody called. They were concerned because they heard weird noises from my house, and I'm trying to figure out who it was because everybody but Yin's too and the one guy on the other side of where that 2-story house is, they're used to hearing my alarm clock. And I have alarm clocks. If you ever heard of a Screaming Mimi, they're 220 decibels. I mean, they're the loudest alarm clocks known to man. My front window's only open this much, and I was like, who the hell is going to hear that thing? I've been here for 13 years, and for the last 10 of it, I've been using those. And
yeah.
I just was trying to let somebody know if they thought they heard something, it was probably my alarm clock. I have 2 of those going, and you can hit the snooze button twice.
Yeah. No, I don't hear anything in the middle of the night like that.
Well, it was probably about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. The only time I hear anything is I hear music in the evenings. Mostly it's bass from these people.
Well, these people would be me and him.
Well, I meant the one with the lights. I hear all evening is bass music.
One time it might have been me, and another time it might have been him. But what's the thing? Is there a certain time?
Just my whole thing is if it's loud enough that I can hear anywhere I walk in my house, that's pretty loud. I mean, I hate to be that kind of person, but that's pretty loud.
So there's not a certain time that you worry about it, because I've played it till
I have to get up
so
at 7
after
o'clock.
9. Yeah, I'm supposed to be at work tomorrow at like 6, but
yeah,
I was just.
I hate it when I have to go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock, and all I can hear all evening is bass.
Do you work Saturdays and Sundays?
No, but I mean, still, there's really no reason for it.
Yeah, I've played the system. I had a system in my house, and I played it till 11 o'clock at night and never had no bickers.
Yeah. All I know is that until the people right here in, what is that, 134?
Yeah,
until they moved, I didn't hear a peep. I didn't hear a peep from anybody in this neighborhood.
You should have heard my stuff.
And then they moved in, and that's now all we can hear.
Yeah, well. So, we've been trying to rectify that. No, you're not being a bitch. You're fucking renting a place from what's her face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. But I'm just trying to figure out the other stuff.
Yeah.
That's the one I need.
What'd you hear? He said that somebody called for suspicion.
It was 4 o'clock in the morning.
At 4 in the morning.
And I was waking up. It was my alarm clock, so I was like, who the hell?
Somebody close to you, because I didn't hear anything.
I'll ask them.
I tell you, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I was dead to the world.
Hey, I drink. I just got done drinking, and I gotta be at work at 6, so I'll be waking up at 3, something 4 in the morning still. But I'm trying to figure it out, so I'll hit those guys up because I know everybody else on the block.
Yeah, as far as this morning, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah,
I've heard firecrackers go off.
That would probably be me in my backyard. I get rambunctious once in a while, and I'll throw them in my fireplace I have in my backyard. But if you seriously have a problem, my dogs can't make it to my front door.
Yeah.
You're more welcome. If you hear something, you can let me know.
Yeah.
I took my subs out of my house. They're in my car now, so you might hear those when I come home from work.
We do hear it outside once in a while. We figure it's in a vehicle.
Yeah,
so.
my vehicle got subs in it.
Yeah,
but
like I
if
said,
you
the
hear
only problem
if you
that I
hear
hear
something, me and him both, we'd love to know. Well, how loud is too loud? Because he doesn't even have subs in his house. He has like a Walmart radio.
Yeah, whatever we hear
Yeah.
is bass. I mean, that's all we really hear.
I can sit here and I don't have the TV up but above 12, and I can.
Yeah.
But see, but yeah, I'm just saying to try and be nice because I've never talked to these guys before. If you hear something,
Yeah.
just go ahead and see if it's us. I mean, we got some people that play subs too in their cars, and it's not even us. But
Yeah.
he said,
I've heard the guys up on the hill. I've heard them tune in a car before, which
Yeah.
I know
Well-
what that sounds like too. So
yeah, but I'm just saying he doesn't care. I mean, he has a little pug, and that thing won't bother you none. But he has a little gate on there or something.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to get past the pug, you're more welcome. Come over to my house and knock on my door, and I can call him. But we just don't know what an acceptable thing is. And he goes outside and tries playing a little dinky stereo. He's like, I hope the hell they don't call on me.
Yeah.
And then this morning they're calling for my freaking alarm clock, and I'm like,
hear that. So.
my
didn't hear
alarm
that.
clock is ridiculous, you know? Oh, your kitties. I forgot you have kitties. But, I mean, it just seems like everybody's calling whoever it is. I know you did the music, but somebody's just being stupid.
Yeah, I can tell you that definitely was not us.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, we haven't called in a little while now.
I tried
I'll admit to that.
getting a police report where they had the audio of Yin's call, and I paid money for it, so
For the police report, you can't get the audio, but you can.
I can get it. I put in money for it, but they're just being dicks about giving it to me. I know who it was, so I don't really need it because I've known her since I moved in here.
Yeah.
And I talked to her, and she's like, "Yeah, they've complained to me about
we
it." And
called
they've said
one
that
time
it's
on
tough.
you guys. One time, and it was when it was playing all afternoon one day.
I played it till 11 o'clock at night, and nobody showed up.
Yeah.
And I cranked that thing all the way up till 11 o'clock at night, and nobody showed up. I was proving to him nobody would call on me, and then next thing you know, I'm playing radios in my house, not AM FM. I'm playing amateur radios over speakers, and they're knocking on me, gave me a $130 fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, you ain't never been in my house before. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, everybody has the right to play music. Everybody has the right to live their life.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But I mean, when it gets to the point that it's so
But
loud that we can
you
hear
should
it
be able
everywhere.
to trust your own neighbors a little bit. So I'm just saying, between me and him,
Yeah.
you're
Our
more
problem
welcome.
was just that, I mean, it was quiet, and then all of a sudden they moved in, and then it was just
That
nothing
wasn't
but
just
noise all
him.
I mean, that's who
Yeah,
we
I
hear the
know.
most. But I mean, it was
I
always
can't
quiet.
even
We
hear.
lived here for 2
I
years,
can't even
so-
hear his stuff in my house.
We-
But I insulated my whole bedroom, and
Yeah,
floors,
we can't hear-
ceiling, walls, everything. I'm just saying that it's
Yeah.
okay to, if you hear something, if you feel kosher to come into our yard and knock on our door instead of calling the cops, then we know what is too loud. I don't have no subs in my house no more.
We didn't know.
I was-
then, so
I was-
we didn't want to just
yeah.
come over because we were afraid that it was.
I
gonna
was
start
running. I
something.
was running 2 car subs and with dual coil 12-inch speakers with 600 watts
Mm-hmm.
out of my house.
Wow.
And he was running a whole system total of 500 watts
Yeah.
with
I
a
don't know
Walmart
if it was
system.
like the perfect echo or
Yeah.
what it was, but like I said, all we hear is bass.
But they called on me whenever I opened the side window up, and they called on him when he opened the front door up, and that's why I walked up there. I says, dude, seriously, it's
Yeah.
one of the houses
like I said,
in the front.
we've only called on you one time, and that was.
You
that
called
was when
on
it was
him
really
many
loud.
times.
We called on him more than once. I won't
Oh,
lie.
yeah.
But I mean, if it's after 9:30 and we
Well,
can hear it,
yeah, I remember a couple times they came to his house, but it's all good. I'm just saying, I don't have subs in my house no more. And when they came to my house, I didn't have subs in my house. I'm like, you come to my house? Why is
Yeah.
I didn't even. I got PC speakers in here. I was like, come
Yeah.
on.
I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I never came up here because I don't talk to nobody unless I see you outside.
yeah, and we're the same way.
If
we don't
you
really
chill
talk to anybody.
outside, I mean, do you like drinking at all? No.
Not a lot now.
Just on weekends, maybe, or nothing at all.
It depends on, like if it's St. Patty's Day, New Year's, stuff like that.
You're one of those.
We're not, like, we'll go places and drink, but we don't really drink heavy here.
Yeah, I just drink every day.
Yeah.
It makes my days go quicker. I'm 33, and the last time I remember starting to drink was when I was like 14. I'm watching your kitty. If it came close, but I was gonna be like,
He's a little curious.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
All I gotta say is just, if they ever get out, I hope they don't come in my yard, because my dogs will eat them.
Screwed anywhere they go in this neighborhood.
My
Everybody's got dogs.
My girl that stays outside will kill that thing and drag her around like a trophy.
Yeah.
they don't get it. Well, he's got out a couple times, but he's got out the back.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I've had neighbors that had like fed all the local cats, and I've trapped some of them, but the rest of them got killed by my dogs.
Yeah. I think the only reason that he wants out is because he knows the door's open.
Yeah.
So, but he's all right.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, anyway, my name's John, and maybe.
I'm Nick. This is
I'm Aaron.
Yeah. If it's cool, maybe some other time I'll come up here and just stop by on better terms, but...
Oh, you're alright.
It's cool.
I mean,
I appreciate you stopping by. I know that it sucks getting the cops called on you,
Well,
especially
it
for
doesn't,
something like
it
the middle of the
doesn't
night.
bother me. I was up at 3, my alarm went off at 3:45, and they show up at my house at like 4:15.
Yeah, that's
So
crazy.
I was already awake, but I was like half out of it. And then my phone started ringing at 4:20, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
It was anonymous.
I imagine if it was somebody that was...
It's like,
if it was your alarm, it had to have been somebody close to you.
watch. This is funny. They actually call my house in the morning.
The police did?
Yeah.
Enter your... You have one unheard message.
Oh,
First unheard
that's
message.
my mom.
Hey, John, buddy, it's Aaron.
That's my neighbor.
Message.
That's Aaron, the neighbor.
That's the people over here?
Yeah.
Hey, John, Todd Warner calling you back
No,
from the FBI.
I don't want that.
Resaved. Next message.
This is one of my buddies.
I should be home. I wanted to tell you happy birthday.
That must have been your mom.
Resaved.
No, that was my gram.
Message. Hi, this message is for John. This is Jane from the fingerprint office.
Nope.
Scheduling. Resaved.
TSA hazmat.
Hey, John, it's Dennis from Journey to Call, man. Hey,
No.
Resaved. Next message. Urgent message.
This is Lancaster Police Department. It's 4:24 a.m. on Thursday morning, May the 16th.
They actually call my
Contact
house.
Mr. Biter, if you're there, you can meet with the officers. They're outside the residence now. They had a complaint
thought it was
that
funny.
somebody was just concerned because of some noise they heard.
I was like,
You could meet them at the
Seriously?
door. We'd appreciate it.
they call my house to get me to come to the door.
That's crazy.
Number 2.
End of message.
They-
Somebody called because your alarm went off? It was just like a regular alarm to get you up?
Oh, trust me, this is a lot more than that. This
Well, I mean,
this will
it's
wake
not like
everybody up in your house and your neighbors type thing, and that's why I wasn't
That's what
sure
I'm
if
saying. If
somebody
somebody called,
wasn't
it had
used
to have
to
been
it.
somebody close to your house. I mean, if you
Yeah,
use it all
that's
the time.
why do you think I'm here? I was like,
that's
if you can
crazy.
hear the music, we're talking 220 decibels at 4 in the morning. You know,
Yeah.
if you had your windows open because it's a nice night, I figured I'd
We did
try.
have the window
We
open
did
last
have-
night, but I didn't hear anything.
if it was raining at 4 in the morning, I didn't hear nothing.
If it rains, you can't get him to move.
There was lightning and everything
It
else.
was lightning
but-
this morning. I got up and closed windows around the
Yeah.
house, but I still didn't hear anything.
I won't even hear nothing. So
Yeah, that's cool. Well, I'm not gonna tie hands up, but I want to go knock on their door because the only other person I could think would be Kayla. You know, concerned because I would have hurt myself falling downstairs because I've known her since I moved in here.
Yeah.
But I can't get a hold of her, and it's just the way it is. But maybe sometime I'll stop by.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for stopping by tonight.
I
Nice
just
to meet
figured
you.
I'd ask, try and
yeah. I mean, I can.
at least this way I could say me and him are both saying that if you've got an issue, you're more than welcome to just come over there. Because calling the cops all the time. The last time I was just playing like computer speakers.
That's crazy.
I play amateur radio, so I plugged one of my radios into my speakers, and I was playing that in my house. And they come up and they're like, "We could hear that," and I'm like, "Huh?" They're like, "We could hear it clear up top of the hill for the last 10 minutes." I go, "Bullshit, dude! I'm playing the internet through my PC
Yeah.
speakers." I was like, "What are you
Whatever
talking
the
about?"
music was, I
and
know
they
that
told
it
me
was
to come
loud.
out, and they're like, "Well, here's your fucking ticket." And I was like, "What?" And they're like, "Sign it." I'm like, "Well, put your fucking information on there if you want mine." I was like, "I ain't fucking signing it." And they're like, "Mine's on there." I
You
said,
just flip the ticket over and they have to sign all that shit stuff.
but the guy said, "My information's on there." So then, fuck it, put his on there too. I ended up paying it because it cost me more. just this week I made $700, and I was like, to take 2 days off of work, if I missed that overtime, I lose money. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just paying it. But I like fucking with them when I can, but they will not go through that gate. Even the FBI won't walk through that gate.
Wow.
Because somebody called about something else to the FBI, and they come up here. They were calling me at my house saying, we're the FBI, we need to talk to you. I was like, fuck you, I don't know who the hell you are, for 3 weeks. And eventually they said, call the Columbus FBI headquarters. I did, and I said, hey, I need Todd Warner.
Yeah.
And he answered the phone. And I was like, shit, I'm sorry, man. I thought you were just somebody fucking with me. Because they always do.
You never know these days.
But yeah, I drove up there and I confronted him about it all. And he's like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Get out of here. And I was like, that's what I'm trying to say. Everything on this block is crazy, stupid shit.
Yeah, but that definitely wasn't. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'd like to know who it was, so all I could tell them was it was alarms.
I'll tell
If you ever look up online, since you're online, Screaming Mimi. It's an alarm. It's called Screaming Mimi.
Yeah, they'll get you up.
Yeah, I got 2 of them. It takes 2 of them to wake me up in the morning, dude.
Wow.
They're only 3 feet from my head.
I used to have where I worked before it shut down. I had a it's him scratching the door. I had a little Walmart radio CD player.
Yeah.
And I had it cranked. I had to have it cranked all the way up and by my head. And that's the only way I get up.
Yeah, the Screaming Mimi runs off of a 9-volt battery.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were my favorite thing. As soon as they burn out, I'm buying another one.
Oh yeah, they'll get you up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they'll wake the dead. You can be drinking till 9 something at night and wake up at 4 in the morning, and that thing will wake you up from the dead.
Wow.
I did because I drove truck.
Yeah.
And I'd drive 14 hours a day and then run around half the towns I was in for hours and then be like, oh, we need 4 hours of sleep. And the next thing you know, I'm like, oh, crap. Set the alarm. But it was nice talking to you still. I'll make sure you stop by here. Maybe I'll be more friendly. I'm just too afraid of meeting people.
So are we. That's why we keep to ourselves.
Yeah. He's not too bad. They're not too bad. I knew she gets up.
She gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning too.
Yeah. So,
Maybe that was it.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know.
I know she works at Shaw's downtown.
Yeah.
So she is.
I don't even know what that is.
It's
a restaurant.
I work for a garbage company and I still never got cleaned up. I'm still dirty because I was trying to put a radio in my car and I was like, fuck. You need to have a converter from the radio to the factory thing, and Best Buy is closed. And I was like, where the fuck am I gonna go? My buddy's like, call Walmart. I'm like, they ain't gonna have that thing. I was like, forget it, I'll deal with it the weekend. But it was nice talking to you still anyway.
Nice talking to you too.
Have a good night.